Hi, hajime Diaramento desu. Dozo yoroshiku. How many know what that language was? For those of you who don't, that was Japanese. For those of you who do you know what I said? Right. Basically, I introduced myself. See, kind of what this whole thing's about, alright? I took 3 years of Japanese in high school. 3 years. Count them. 2, 3. Alright? I did pretty good in it. I got A's in there all year long. Never had to take a final exam there because I got exempt for my good grades. And I was happy. I did well. So I go up. I'm going to college in the fall, so I go up to the college and I'm taking my placement test. I took my compass test for my math, and then I had to take a language placement test. I'm like, all right, no problem. I'll do Japanese. I was told that they offer Japanese as a language there, so I'm like, all right, I'll do that. I know that. I took 3 years of it. I'm good at it. Kind of. See, I'm not fluent in any way, shape, or form. Like I can hold a short, simple conversation, and that's basically it. But I know that better than any other foreign language. Like I can speak English fine, as you can see. Japanese is about as close as I have to another language to speak. All right. So, anyhow, they say they have the language. I gotta take it. All right. No, that apparently is not possible. See, they offer 3 languages for the placement test. They offer Spanish, French, and German. I speak none of those. You see my issue. So they tell me I have to choose between those. I'm like, I don't speak any of this. I took Japanese. Like, okay, well, we don't have Japanese as a placement test. Big college man with power. Anyhow, so I decided, okay, I'll take the Spanish one. I'll guess. No, I took the Spanish one. Don't get me wrong, I did that. There was no possible way I could make any type of educated guess on that. Every guess that I made was a total guess. There was no thought behind it at all. See, the way the test went is they had a paragraph that was written in, you guessed, Spanish. And then a little blank, like in the middle of the paragraph, and then they had the A, B, C, D. Alright? And each of the choices was in Spanish. Yeah. I don't know what the paragraph says, let alone what answer is supposed to go in the paragraph. So I guessed on every question, and apparently I just discovered I'm a really bad guesser because I got a 0 on that placement test, which, if you know anything about placement tests, is not good. So I'm mad about this, alright? So I'm going back to the dorms after the test because we have to stay the night there. It's like a 2-day thing. And I'm calling called my friend and I'm ranting to him like, this is so bogus. I took Japanese, not any of these languages. And so after I get done ranting to him, the day goes on. Next day we go to schedule our classes. So I'm talking to my advisor. I'm like, okay, I had to take a placement test, but it's not the language that I knew. So, I'm talking to her and she's like, it's no big deal. I'm like, what? I flipped out for nothing. She's like, yeah, basically, we'll just look at your transcripts and see how you did in your foreign language classes and we'll place you according to that. I'm like, are you kidding me? So, yeah, I was a little upset. But I was also relieved at the same time because, see, then my whole failure at the Spanish test didn't really mean anything. Honestly, I'm curious. If I wasn't going to take a Spanish class, why would I bother to taking the placement test? I mean, if I was gonna be forced to take a foreign language at that school, I would take the one that I know. Cause, I mean, I might as well expand on the ones I already know than know half of 2 different languages. I'd rather know one full another full language than like half of that one and half of another one. I mean, it just kind of seems like a waste of time. So, yeah, that was my little fun placement test excursion. That was good times. So, side rant to let you all know about stuff like that. So, you have an awesome day, and maybe I'll come back and make another little video because this is kind of fun. Peace out.